Hey everyone, this is Steve here again, and time for more gameplays. I already did a game of this on the Sega Genesis, and I figure I'd do one on the Super NES. Clue. Be on the amateur level. 3-player game, I will be Colonel Mustard. And we'll have Miss Scarlet. And let's have Mrs. White in the game. Okay. So these are my cards: Mr. Green, the revolver, and the rope, the hall, kitchen, and library. Okay. And we're ready to play now. And numbers are randomly selected. Whoever will start first is going to be Mrs. Scarlet. She will roll. It's a 4. I'll roll. I almost said spin. 5. Spin. This is White turn. White turn gets a 1. Scarlet, a 5, and she's going to the lounge. Gonna say Mrs. White with the rope. I know I have the rope. Well, this is the conservatory. And that is where Mrs. White was, in the conservatory. And there's your first clue. My turn now. Gotta look at my cards once again. Just can't go into the hall, kitchen, and library. It's a 1, so no progress. Now it's Mrs. White's turn, and she's gonna take a suggestion. Gonna say herself with the lead pipe. Well, see about that. Oh, well, there's Mrs. White. Uh-oh. She had the lead pipe. Well, let's see now. Now she's going to end her turn, and now it's Miss Scarlet's turn, I think. Oh, nope. What was a 6 going to the dining room? I'm going to say Mr. Green with the rope in the dining room. The rope was in the dining room. Interesting. Okay. I'll roll. A 5. Let's try Professor Plum with the lead pipe. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know why I said that. There's a conservatory. And there's the lead pipe. Oh, man. I think pretty much we have figured it out now. I can't do an accusations. I don't want to lose the game. It's a 3. Scarlet's going to roll. 5. Wait a minute. Why did she only move once? Okay. I'm going to say Mrs. White with the lead pipe in the conservatory. Gotta take an interrogation. The air hung damp and heavy from the lush foliage of the conservatory. Mrs. White quietly tied up the conservatory. She picked up the pipe. Wait, I am certain it could not have been the pipe. I have proof. What proof exactly? Alright, that was wrong. Now it's her turn. Uno, 1. I'm going to say me with the knife in the dining room. Dining room once again. It's Miss Scarlet. Now, if I remember correctly, the rope was in the dining room. She's rolling. 3. Going back to the dining room. Me with the rope. There's Miss Scarlet. She had the rope. Alright. Well, let's try this again. Another interrogation. Miss Scarlet with the rope in the dining room. The dishes were set in tidy rows across the dining room table. Miss Scarlet laughed as she fixed her makeup and hair. She quickly coiled the rope. Wait, I am certain it could not have been the dining room. I approve. Can't I think there's like a certain amount of times you can do interrogations and stuff. If you keep on failing, you won't be able to do any more, I think. I'm going to say Mrs. Peacock with the knife in the lounge. The wrench was in the lounge. There's another clue. And now I can't do any more interrogations. That sucks. Roll. 1. Looks like Mrs. White may be heading for the ballroom. 4. Gonna say Mr. Green with the revolver. This is the library, I think, and that's where Mr. Green was. Okay. Next, it is Miss Scarlet. She's going to the conservatory. Say Professor Plum with the knife. Well, Professor Plum had no weapon. Did not have a weapon. Okay, my turn. 6. Let's try Miss Scarlet with the candlestick. Mr. Green had the candlestick. Okay. Now it's Mrs. White's turn. She's going to take an interrogation. Mr. Green with the candlestick in the library. Tomes of knowledge span the walls of the library. Mr. Green waited with anticipation. Found the candlestick. Wait, I am certain it could not have been the candlestick. I approve. Well, we're getting nowhere. It's her turn. Miss Scarlet's going to take a suggestion. Me with the revolver in the ballroom. And that's me. I'm in the ballroom. Colonel Mustard was in the ballroom. I got to roll. 4. Back to conservatory. Mrs. Peacock with the lead pipe. I don't know anymore. I don't think I'm going to win. Mrs. Peacock was in the billiard room. Now it's Mrs. White's turn again. A 6. Billiard room. Me, Colonel Mustard, with a knife. The revolver was in the billiard room. Okay. Now it's Miss Scarlet. She's rolling. 3. Try a suggestion, I guess. Mr. Green with the wrench in the billiard room. No one had the wrench. Okay. This is White's turn. I'm gonna say me again with the knife in the ballroom. The knife was in the ballroom. Mrs. White's going to take an accusation. Me, Colonel Mustard, with the knife in the ballroom. Ballroom is filmed. The echoes of Poirier's lonesome head. Colonel Mustard carefully cleaned his monocle, suddenly grabbed the knife. He found the situation quite intolerant, so he did that. And This must be a mistake. Somebody called the embassy. I seem to be in a bit of a spot. And that's it. What a mess. This is dreadful business for a lady like me. And that's it. So I didn't win it, unfortunately, but they got it solved as Colonel Mustard. Guilty. And that's the end of the game. That's it for this. So, hope you all enjoyed. So, I'll see you all with more videos.